You probably never thought I will make this video, right? You never thought I will make this video, but I had to because I was thinking about it. I've had a lot of people who had this addiction, who was obviously, watching pornography in the first place. And I've made hundreds of men overcome porn addiction. And I did meet some people that was watching those types of sexual content overcome this addiction. I was like, wait, that's a very good video idea. A lot of people watch, transgender, shemale, tranny, femboy. Is it part of it? Femboys? Consumption of pornography. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome it in a kind of like effortless way, quite easily. So now I will tell you why you consume it in the first place. Why do you consume it in the first place? Now let me explain you this. There is two parts in our brain that are functioning mostly. There is the prefrontal cortex, which is the one that make you take decisions, planning and executing on a very linear, logical, let's say, logical way. So when you think logically and you start to take decisions logically, you are active into your prefrontal cortex. And there's the second one, which is the one that I want to talk about, which is the limbic system. The limbic system, which is kind of like here in the middle, is the one that will make you think with your emotions. That's the reason why you're probably going to tell yourself why females or why women, they think with their emotions most of the time. Well, they think with their emotions most of the time because they are using the limbic system. Basically, they think with their emotions for most of the part. For men, let's say I'll give you an example for men. When they had their first check, from their job, for example, they want to buy something. So what is this thing? For example, I don't know, like a car, like a normal car, like something. Let's just take as an example a car. The day when you will think about you wanting to buy a car, it's the day when you will think with your limbic system. Now, it really depends on the context. If you are a person who thinks logically, okay, I generally need a car because it's going to help me go from A to B, right? But if you already have a car and you saw this car that looks good, maybe like a supercar, right? And you see it and you're like, oh, I really want this car. It looks very good. Well, the reason why you're going to choose this car is because you are using your emotions. You think with your emotions. Now, that's the reason why all of the market in the entire world are like their ICP, their clients are women. They're gonna be like, for example, Shein, all of the other clothing apps. I don't really know them. I just know Shein because my girlfriend uses it. But when they're gonna see this top, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this top is so cute. I want to buy it, and so on. So basically, they are using women, for their limbic system because women use their limbic system to profit from them, really, if you think about it, basically. That's what we call marketing, obviously, right? But now, I'm going to tell you why you consume this in the first place, right? So I spoke about the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. You consume this because you've been watching pornography for a couple years. If you've been watching pornography for 1 to 2 years, you probably don't watch this video in the first place, and you probably are not watching those type of sexual content. If you do, that means you've been consuming pornography for 1 to 2 years, yes, but for hours on a daily basis. Because to go to this level of watching those type of sexual content, you need to be consuming pornography for a very long amount of time, like for a couple years. When you're going to be consuming pornography for 4, 5 plus, like actually 4 to 5 plus years, now it's actually normal that you are consuming this type of sexual content. And the reason why, it's because of, obviously it's in the solution 4, which we're going to see, don't worry, like in the next couple minutes. It's because of your dopamine. The more you keep watching those type of sexual content, the more you will need a dopamine hit. The more you will need a dopamine hit, the more you will need a very specific type of sexual content that will hit, basically, on a very deeper level when it comes to your dopamine. So it can be going from amateur. Let me actually type this so you guys can understand. So A stands for amateur. You can go for amateur pornography. That means two people just having fun, literally, like, to a girl or a woman pleasuring herself, to, transgender, T for transgender pornography, to maybe, gay pornography. And then you can start to go on a very deeper level, like I think it's called R35, something like that. I just saw that it's like animals. I'm not gonna search it here. Obviously, I don't want to have some weird stuff on my on my computer. But Air 34, which is like animals, like wolves, that are doing stuff. You get what I'm saying? They're pleasuring themselves and so on. To actually some very bad stuff. Now it's very concerning, which is PDF files. PDF files. You might ask yourself, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean PDF files? Well, here I'm talking about men, old men that are consuming cheese pizza. Cheese pizza. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. Cheese pizza is young people. You're consuming very, very young people, like actually very, very young people. So the reason why you're gonna go from this to this to this to this to this to this to this is because of these dopamine hits. You will need more dopamine hits, and this is the reason why as well you're gonna have a lot of tabs. On when you try to find this perfect video, like you're gonna have a lot of tabs here. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need to go from this to this to this to this just to find the right video. But there is no right video, and you will never find the right video. That's why you're gonna keep consuming more and more and more and more. So that's why you consume this, in the first place. That's why you watch transgender pornography in the first place. Okay? Now, another thing that I want you to understand is don't shame yourself. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like it's something bad. No, it's neurological. It's psychological. You can overcome this addiction. It's quite easy if you really think about it. And in order to overcome this addiction, I'm gonna give you 4 solutions actually that actually work, because I've met hundreds of men overcome porn addiction. So let's start with the first one. Okay? Let's do this. So the first solution is this. Find a clear path. Why is that? The man who doesn't have a clear path will distract himself with pleasure. So this is not only with pornography, but also with alcohol, smoking, drinking, partying every day, and coping with your life. The day when you're not gonna have a purpose, when you're not gonna have purpose in your life, is the day when you will never make yourself pleasurable or fulfilled in this life, basically. So the day when you're gonna have a very niched or clear, crystal clear path or a very specific purpose, you will know which direction you should go for. Because when you don't have a clear path, a clear direction, you will keep going left, right, middle, and so on, or back, which we don't want if you think about it, okay? So the first thing you really have to do is just to find a clear path, literally. And if you want to find a clear path, just literally start journaling. Start to ask yourself some very deep questions like, what is something that makes me feel pleasurable? What is something that makes me feel fulfilled? For example, if you've been playing video games, then it might be being a content creator, a streamer who plays video games. So now you're not only playing video games, which is something that you love, but you're actually making money from it as well. Just like, for example, Casio, if you're like skateboarding, I don't know, like randomly, then you can make yourself like have a professional career when it comes to skateboarding, if you are in the first world country, of course. If you like basketball, football, or whatever, like literally whatever, just make sure that you can make yourself in this professional career, like have your own professional career, and that's it. Now you make money from it and you do something that you love. Really, like it's really that easy. But you really have to think about it and dig into it and really try to find what is something that makes you feel fulfilled, that you can as well make money from it, or just if money is not something that you want, then just something that you love, really. That's all you have to do. Just think about it on a very deep level. It might take weeks, it might take days, it might take hours. For me, it took me around, like 1 week to 2 weeks to really find my purpose, is to help as much men as possible, because I was addicted to pornography. I was crying every single day so I can sleep, literally. I was having some very pessimistic, some very bad, mindset thoughts. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to myself, you get what I'm saying? I went from this to a person who is literally very confident, who have a girlfriend, who obviously, I don't cry, let's be honest. And if you do, that's normal, by the way. Like it's not something bad. And I'm not like this. I'm not toxic or something, of course. Having a very healthy mindset, capable, and a person who is actually coaching other men, and yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm genuinely so grateful to be in this position when I can make a lot of people overcome porn addiction, basically, and make them improve themselves as well. So that's basically, why you should find a clear path. Trust me, it's very enjoyable when you're gonna find one. So there's the first one, really. Like, it's the first solution. It's pretty easy. Now let's go to the second solution, which is fix the identity. Fix your identity. What I mean by this is stop seeing yourself as a person who is addicted to pornography in the first place. If you keep thinking or perceiving yourself as a person who is watching pornography and addicted and he cannot do anything, then you will just stay addicted to pornography for the rest of your life, really. When you're gonna understand that this is not an addiction and you're not addicted and it's just a coping mechanism, and you need to have the skills that I'm talking about here obviously is knowing how to deal with those quote unquote negative emotions. When you're gonna do this, it's gonna be easy for you to overcome any other addictions, not only pornography. But here I'm talking about pornography, of course. So just fix the identity, really. Like, it's not that hard, really. But that's basically all you have to do. Just find some skills, or actually have the skills to understand your emotions on a deeper level. That's what I did with a lot of my clients. For example, Matthew, who was feeling bored and I think exhausted, if I do remember, and tired when he was coming back from work, and that's why he was watching pornography. I've made him have this skill on understanding why he feels this way and how kind of to fix his perspective about it, and now he's no longer addicted to pornography. Same thing with all of the other clients that I've worked with. So that's kind of like the second solution. It's pretty easy if you think about it, really. But just be patient and don't force yourself. That's the second solution. Now let's go to the third solution, which is quite good. Devalue pornography. Now, what you are doing is you are watching a lifeless video. You are giving it value. So it's kind of like, it's linked if you think about it, those two. Because if you value pornography, you will keep using it as a coping mechanism. If you want to devalue pornography, you need to understand why you consume pornography in the first place, which is obviously let me put it here, a coping mechanism, okay? It's a coping mechanism. It's crazy. CP, like, it means something, but yeah, CP means this, like PDF files, but yeah. So just literally devalue pornography. How can you do this? Understand that it's a coping mechanism, and understand that the reason why you're gonna be consuming this, and if you smoke or you do, if you have like other addictions aside, then understand it's literally the same thing. You are watching pornography because you are coping with those quote unquote negative emotions. When you're gonna have the skill, as you can see, it's always here, the second solution as well. It's linked, both like the second solution and the third solution are actually linked. Just learn how to handle stress, learn how to handle being exhausted, learn how to handle being tired, and so on. For example, I'll give you an example. For stress, there is a thing called the CRH loop. I'm sorry if it doesn't look too good. I don't know how to use like this one, but CRH is the corticotropin releasing hormone, which is the cortisol. The cortisol is the hormone of the stress. What happens is, you stress yourself, you go and watch pornography because you can use it as a coping mechanism. Let me actually do it here. So you stress yourself, you go and watch pornography, and because you watch pornography, you're gonna make yourself feel more ashamed and more stressful, because then you need more dopamine hits in the future. So let's do more dopamine. And because you're gonna need more dopamine and you go to your job, right? Just your job or whatever, like something that you do on a daily basis, you will keep making yourself stressful. So it's kind of like a loop, if that makes sense. It's a CRH loop, basically. It's a break the loop, really, just break the loop. How can you break the loop? Devalue pornography. How can you devalue pornography? By understanding the stress is quite easy to overcome, really. If you want to overcome stress, change your perspective about stress. So P stands for perspective, and start to do more in-depth, like literally meditation. So it's not D, it's M. Meditation, mindfulness meditation. There's plenty of type of meditations that you can do. There's, I think, around 8 or maybe more, but do the mindfulness meditation. It's the one that really works well. Or breathing exercise, or box breathing. There's plenty of things that you can do, but those are the ones that I told you right now that you can do. It's very easy if you think about it. Now, the second thing, obviously, is fixing the identity, devalue pornography. And now let's go to the last one. This one is very important. which is resensitize your dopamine receptors. Now, let me show you this. Every time you consume pornography, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have this dopamine hit. Boom, you're gonna have this dopamine hit, and then you're gonna have a crash. Here we go. This is basically the crash. This is when the crash happens. When you're gonna have this crash, this is when you're gonna feel tired, ashamed, bad, all of those quote unquote negative emotions. But what's gonna happen is the more you're gonna keep having those hits, these big dopamine hits, which are very unnatural because you are consuming pornography. It's not the same as when you are actually with your girlfriend or with your wife. Now, by my own meanings, if you have a girlfriend or your wife and you are not watching pornography, then you're probably not gonna watch this video in the first place. But that's actually the healthy way, is to do it without watching pornography. Because the more you're gonna keep consuming pornography, the more you're gonna have these dopamine hits, the more the baseline, as you can see, will keep going up. Now, the more the baseline will keep going up, the more you will need even more bigger dopamine hits. And it's gonna change, like the more you get hit like this, when you get those dopamine hits, the more you do, the more your taste in not only pornography, but in general, like, let's say the opposite sex, maybe not the opposite sex, will change over time. That means you go from a person who is actually dominant, you know, when you are with your girlfriend or just in general, like you're a dominant person, to a submissive person, to maybe you want to get, hopefully this video don't get taken down, to get picked, you know? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like submissive if you think about it. And the more you keep doing this, the more you're gonna get those dopamine hits, as you can see here, the more the baseline will keep going up. The more the baseline will keep going up, the more you will need more extreme content. The more you will need more extreme content, the more your identity will start to change. Now you went from dominant to submissive to actually, you know, you want people like you're a PDF file, basically. PDF file. And PDF file is a pedophile. I just said it. Hopefully this video doesn't take down. But a predator. That's all I can say. A predator, basically. So yeah. So in order to resensitize your dopamine receptors, basically all you have to do, it's quite easy. A lot of people tell you to do dopamine detox. Now, by my own meanings, if you can do a dopamine detox, that's gonna be perfect. Go for it. If you can't, all you have to do is try to devalue pornography. So here, let me show you actually. Is devalue pornography, fix the identity, find a clear path. Those are the first one that you have to do in the first place. And now over time, you will actually resensitize your dopamine hits because you no longer want those dopamine hits from pornography. You will want those dopamine hits from real life activity. And you're no longer gonna feel ashamed or dull or bad. You will actually feel more fulfilled. So for example, you're gonna go from a person who is watching pornography like 3 times per day to a person who is watching pornography once per week. And then you keep going like this until you just devalue pornography because it's no longer something that makes you feel fulfilled, really. And in order to do this, you just need to change your perspective about pornography. Really, like it's really that easy, trust me. A lot of people overcomplicate how to overcome porn addiction, but I promise you it's really that easy. Now, everything that I told you in this video is exactly how I made all of these people overcome porn addiction. And this is how you can exactly overcome transgender pornography here in this case, obviously in this video. Now, if you want to I guide you and make you overcome porn addiction, by me, I coach you and I show you everything from A to Z and I hold your hand and tell you exactly what to do, then all you can do is check the first link in the description. As you can see, you will go into here. You can join for free by my own meanings. You don't need to pay anything. And you're gonna get a lot of things here that will actually help you overcome porn addiction. I'm gonna keep giving you value and so on. And inside the classroom, you're gonna have this thing inside that's literally all you need in order to overcome porn addiction. If you want me to actually guide you, then you can upgrade, of course. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Mwah.